Welcome back. So we've just covered the two qualities of Sanda, real faith. Great. Now the king has a new question. He wants to know about something called Viriya, meaning energetic effort. What is this powerful quality all about? Let's listen in.
Venerable Sir, can you explain Viriya to me? What does this energetic effort really mean? What's its job?
Your Majesty, think of Viriya energetic effort as the inner fuel, the persistent drive. Its special job is to support and sustain all wholesome qualities so they may become complete and not decline or vanish. Imagine a house, Your Majesty. It stands firm because of its pillars and beams. In the same way, Viriya energetic effort is the inner structure that holds up all the good states in a person's mind so they don't fade. May Your Majesty understand this clearly.
Venerable Sir, could you please give me an example to make it even clearer?
Listen well, Your Majesty. Think of Viriya energetic effort as the inner fuel, the persistent drive. Its special job is to support and sustain all wholesome qualities so they can grow to completion and not just wither away. Let's say someone starts making panna, maybe by offering food or keeping their precepts sila, but then they stop, they lose effort. At that very moment, their growth in goodness halts completely. But if they keep going with steady Viriya energetic effort, their panna and virtue keep growing stronger and stronger. It's like a traveler on a journey. If you stop walking, your journey ends right there. But if you keep putting one foot in front of the other, you reach new places. That forward-moving, unwavering push, that is Viriya energetic effort. Even today, when we see monks or devout followers of the Buddha who can recite the Dhamma, remember the teachings and understand the meaning of the Buddha's words, it is only through Viriya energetic effort that such retention and understanding are possible.
Venerable Sir, please offer me yet another an example, so that I may understand this matter even more clearly.
Listen well, Your Majesty. Consider this. Imagine a king sends his vast army to see to suppress rebels and enemies, but the enemy is clever. They see this huge force coming, and they just scatter and hide. The enemy is cunning and avoids direct confrontation. The army fails, so the king changes tactics. Instead of one great charge, he orders his forces to advance in disciplined succession, his troops to advance in disciplined waves, small coordinated units, one after another, applying constant steady pressure. Now the rebels can't escape. They're surrounded and captured. In just the same way, Viriya energetic effort acts like these disciplined successive waves of loyal troops. It supports and sustains all wholesome qualities, so they do not wither or disappear. This is precisely what the Buddha declared, because a noble disciple is one who exerts persistent effort. He abandons all unwholesome states and cultivates wholesome ones to full maturity. He forsakes what is blameworthy and develops what is virtuous. Such a person never drifts away from the true Dhamma. This, Your Majesty, is the word of the Blessed One, the Sammasambuddha, spoken for our guidance. May this teaching bring blessings.
Venerable Sir, your explanation is perfectly fitting.
So let's make this personal. How does this army march in your life? 1. In meditation. Viriya is the effort to feel each step, again and again, not just the first. 2. In keeping your precepts. Sila. It's the mindful moment before you speak a harsh word and choosing not to. 3. In making panna through generosity. It's the sustained intention to give, not just a one-time act. But here's the powerful part. This isn't just for spiritual life. For example, when practicing walking meditation, each step is taken with awareness, again and again, moment by moment. That sustained attention is Viriya effort. It is the same in keeping sila, moral discipline, developing samadhi, concentration, practicing bhavana, meditative cultivation, or making dana, generosity. Without continuous Viriya effort, these practices fade. This law of Viriya effort applies to everything. Learning a new skill? You need those successive waves of practice. Building a business? It's the daily disciplined effort. Excelling in sports or studies? Same army, different battlefield. Without continuous Viriya, any good thing we start will fade. But with that steady mindful pressure, there is no rebel thought, no bad habit, and no worthy goal that can ultimately escape you. That is the power of right effort. That is Viriya. May your inner army march with discipline and heart. So we've explored Saja, real faith, and Viriya effort. Now the king's curiosity moves to the next essential quality, Sati, or mindfulness. What is it, and what does it actually do? Let's find out.
Venerable Sir, how many functions or qualities does Sati mindfulness possess?
May you be blessed, Your Majesty. Sati, the mindfulness, has two primary functions. First, the function of reminding, awakening the mind to what is present. Second, the function of guiding or steadying the mind, holding awareness firmly on its object. This is how mindfulness operates.
And how, Venerable Sir, does this function of reminding show itself?
Your Majesty, when Sati mindfulness arises in a person's mind, it continually awakens and prompts discernment. It reminds, 1. This is wholesome. This is unwholesome. 2. This is leads to fault. This does not. 3. This is low and base. This is noble and sublime. 4. This is dark. This is bright. Through this vigilant clarity, Sati mindfulness ensures the practitioner never forgets the Dhamma. It is the guardian of all wholesome development. Through this vigilant clarity, Sati ensures the practitioner never forgets the Dhamma. Moreover, Sati is the guardian of all wholesome development. For example, 1. The four foundations of mindfulness, satipatthana, contemplation of body, feelings, mind and mental objects are called sapadhana, right exertions, not because they are the same as the four right efforts, but because they are the foundation upon which all effort is rightly directed. 2. The four right efforts, samapatthana, preventing unarisen unwholesome states, abandoning arisen ones, arousing unarisen wholesome states, and maintaining arisen wholesome ones, are rightly named samapatthana. 3. The four bases of spiritual power, idhipada, desire, energy, mind and investigation, support meditative mastery. 4. The five spiritual faculties, indriya, faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration and wisdom govern the path. 5. The five powers, bala, the same five, when fully developed, become unshakable. 6. The seven factors of enlightenment, bhajanga, including sati as the first lead to liberation. 7. The Noble Eightfold Path, arya magga, with samasati as its seventh factor, is the direct way to the end of suffering. Mindfulness also anchors the 40 meditation subjects, kasina, mindfulness of breathing, recollection, so on. It supports the 7 purifications, visuddhi, and underlies both samatha, calm, and vipassana, insight. When a person seeks the true Dhamma, it is sati, mindfulness, ever vigilant, ever present, that continually reminds the mind. Recall what the wise praise. Do not recall what the wise condemn. 2. Draw close to what the wise draw close to. Avoid what the wise avoid. Thus, Your Majesty, Sati functions like a faithful steward who never lets the king forget his duties, his allies, or his enemies.
Venerable Sir, could you please give me an example to make it even clearer?
May you be blessed, Your Majesty. The reminding function of Sati mindfulness is like a royal storekeeper. Each day the storekeeper approaches the king, bows and reports, Your Majesty, in your treasury you have this many elephants, this many horses, this much gold. Please take note. In the same way, when Sati mindfulness arises in your mind, continually remind 1. This is wholesome. This is unwholesome. This is virtuous. This is blameworthy. This is noble. This is base. This is bright. This is dark. It calls to mind the essential Dhamma teachings, the satipatthana, 4 foundations of mindfulness, the samapadhana, 4 right efforts, and all other wholesome qualities. Thus, Your Majesty, the function of reminding, abhilapana lakkhana, of Sati mindfulness, is precisely like that of the royal storekeeper, faithfully reporting what belongs to the king so nothing is forgotten or lost.
That's the first job. It's the inner voice of clarity. Before you act or speak, a good storekeeper mindfulness checks in. Hey, is this action part of the virtue inventory or the regret inventory? It's how we remember our precepts, recognize an opportunity for punna, or spot a greedy thought. Without this storekeeper, we're spiritually bankrupt without even knowing it.
Venerable Sir, I now understand the reminding function. But what is this second one? The upagahana guiding function.
Your Majesty, the upagahana guiding function is Sati mindfulness's power to steady, guide and hold the mind firmly on its chosen object. When someone seeks the true Dhamma and this quality arises, it allows them to clearly see, this is beneficial, this is not, this supports my progress, this hinders it. Seeing this, they abandon the useless, reject the harmful, and hold firmly to what is truly helpful. Therefore, Your Majesty, the upagahana guiding function of Sati mindfulness is like a skilled charioteer. A skilled charioteer knows the road, keeps the chariot steady, turns it away from dangerous paths, and guides it firmly towards safety. In the same way, Sati mindfulness holds the mind on the wholesome, prevents it from wandering into unwholesome states, and ensures steady progress in virtue, sila, concentration, samadhi, and wisdom, panya.
So let's put it all together. Your mindfulness Sati has 2 inseparable roles. 1. The storekeeper reminding. This is your moment-to-moment awareness. It's the flash of recognition. I'm getting angry. This is generous. My mind is wandering. 2. The charioteer guiding. This is your sustained attention and intention. It's the act of holding your focus on your breath, steering your speech toward kindness, directing your actions based on what the storekeeper reported. First, the storekeeper tells you what's in stock. Then, the charioteer uses that information to navigate the journey. You need both to travel safely from where you are to where you want to be. Cultivate both, and you master your inner kingdom. The king is on a roll. He loves these similes. And honestly, so do we. They make the Dhamma stick. After hearing about the storekeeper and the charioteer, he asks for another one. He wants this understanding to be crystal clear.
Venerable Sir, could you please give me an example to make it even clearer?
Your Majesty, this upagahana guiding function, this guiding and guarding quality may be compared to the royal gatekeeper. A skilled gatekeeper knows exactly who is beneficial to the king and who is not. When he sees someone with ill intent, deceitful, dangerous, harmful, he bars the door. He does not allow entry. But when he sees a noble relative, a loyal minister, anyone who truly serves the king's welfare, he opens the gate wide and welcomes them in freely. And this, right here, is the second job of your mindfulness sati in action. Your mind is the palace. Your heart is the king. Every single thought, emotion, and impulse is a visitor at the gate. In just the same way, the upagahana guiding function of sati mindfulness acts as the vigilant guardian of the heart. It holds fast to wholesome states, those that are beneficial, virtuous, and lead to freedom. And it blocks unwholesome states, those that are harmful, blameworthy, and obstruct your peace. Just as the gatekeeper refuses evildoers and welcomes the trustworthy, so too does sati abandon what is faulty and embrace what is virtuous. This isn't passive awareness anymore. This is active protection. This is the moment you feel a surge of anger, the dangerous visitor, and your mindfulness as the gatekeeper says no entry. It doesn't suppress it, it simply doesn't let it take over the throne room of your mind. Conversely, when a thought of kindness or a wise reflection arises, the loyal minister, mindfulness, welcomes it in and gives it center stage. This is precisely why the Buddha, the fully enlightened one, always praised sati mindfulness as a supreme quality. He said, "It brings about every benefit and utterly dispels all harm." This, Your Majesty, is the word of the Blessed One. May it bring blessings and clarity.
Venerable sir, you are truly wise and discerning beyond measure.
And there we have it, the complete picture of mindfulness. Sati, 1. The storekeeper, abhilapana, your reminding faculty. It takes inventory, it reports. This is greed. This is generosity. This is a distraction. This is the breath. 2. The gatekeeper, upagahana, your guiding and guarding faculty. It makes the decision. It holds the line against the unwholesome and ushers in the wholesome. First, you have to know what's at the door, storekeeper. Then you have to consciously choose whether to let it in. Gatekeeper, this is how you protect your inner peace. This is how you build your inner goodness or positive energy panna. You train your mindfulness to be both the perfect accountant and the fearless security chief of your own mind. Train them well, and your inner kingdom will be secure, prosperous, and at peace. So, to bring it all together, mindfulness sati has 2 essential functions. One guides the mind, the other awakens it like a wise parent gently reminding a child to choose what is good. But what happens when this guardian is on duty? And what happens when it's not? The consequences are more real than we often think. Let's break it down. When sati is present, it's your inner guardian. Imagine someone about to act from anger, greed, or delusion. The moment sati appears, it says, "Stop, do not do this. This will bring suffering, not peace." Without sati, the mind is like a car without brakes, it just accelerates. But with sati, even if destructive impulses are there, you can pause, reflect, and choose differently. If I act on this, I create suffering. Better to let it go. It's like a royal bodyguard next to a king, always alert, ready to warn. Your safety is at risk. Step back. That's sati protecting your heart. But when sati is absent, unwholesome states take over: anger, addiction, cruelty. The mind loses control. It might even feel powerful, thinking, "I am strong because I do whatever I want." But here is the critical truth. That is an illusion. That false sense of power and freedom to act recklessly, it actually comes from spending your spiritual savings. Let me explain. Think of panna as your spiritual capital. It's the wholesome energy built through generosity, dana, donation, moral conduct, sila, effort, viriya, kindness, and right living. Just like money earned honestly gives you life options, panna gives you the conditions for peace, clarity, and good opportunities. But if you spend that panna recklessly through harmful actions, cruelty, indulgence, and destructive habits, your spiritual reserves dwindle. And when panna runs out, suffering floods in: sickness, poverty, confusion, failure, even the inability to learn or succeed. Important, don't misunderstand this. Panna does not pay for or cancel bad deeds, papa sin. The Buddha never taught that. Instead, think of it like this. As long as you have strong panna, it creates a protective, favorable environment that can delay the ripening of past unwholesome seeds. But once that panna is exhausted through careless living, the results of past harmful actions, papa sin, manifest as direct suffering. So when someone boasts, "I can harm others because I'm strong," they are tragically mistaken. In truth, they are spending their last panna. The very energy, health, and opportunity they used to do harm came from past goodness they are now burning up. When it's gone, only suffering remains. Therefore, let's not confuse temporary power with true virtue. Real strength is in Sati, in restraint. Real wealth is in Panna, in building your spiritual capital. True freedom is choosing what is wholesome. Kusala, even when it's hard. Cultivate your guardian. Invest in your goodness. Protect your heart. May you be well, safe, and joyful. May Panna grow abundantly in your life.